Hey y'all, welcome to the Odie Podcast. I'm Max and I'm here today to talk to y'all about my personal experience being a guest on Fresh and Fit Podcast. Yes, I was on Fresh and Fit March 2 of this year and I want to share with you guys my personal experience. So getting onto Fresh and Fit was really simple. I messaged Aaron, he sent me to Icy asked me to confirm my date, which I did, and then she sent me a few rules. It was a little bit about respect for our host, what I should wear, well, not really what I should wear, dressed to impress, and a reminder that we were going to be on live. And then if I did want to wear makeup, just not to wear glittery makeup. When I got on site to the condo, I did sign in with security and I waited in the lobby. I did have my guy with me, so we were just kind of in our own little space, but I was seeing a lot of girls around. I didn't want to get up and ask them if they were with Fresh and Fit, but a good thing that Zena and Icy did is when they got on site into the lobby, they pulled everyone to a common area. So we all sat in a circle, and even though my guy was with me, they allowed him, they pulled him to, said, okay, you can come and be with her until she goes upstairs. Allowed the girls to get to know each other a little bit more. They were mindful of our time because they kept us in the loop, letting us know the reason we did not head upstairs one time was because they were finishing up a live, which was beautiful. When we did get upstairs, the first thing that they did was remind us that they were doing a live, so we couldn't be too loud because they were live. And then they checked our bags. So they checked our bags for illicit drugs and then for weapons, which was good. I really appreciative of that. There were girls who were under the age of 21, so not everyone could drink, and they were really mindful of that, not to give the girls who were under 21 drinks. They did have a girls' bucket, and I really loved that. So they had a bucket that was filled with tampons, deodorant, booby tape, a backup outfit, things like that. In the event a girl was going through something and she needed something in that bucket, it was things for girls in there. And I don't think that would have been there if Fresh and Fit didn't have girls present who were dealing with girl issues on a regular daily basis. So appreciative of Icy and Zena for making that bucket. Next, we had Chris, who came on and told us, words not to say, how we needed to be respectful to the host because we want the host to be respectful to them as well. He let us know what cameras we could look at versus what not to look at, because there's a particular camera, if you look at it, you're going to look dumb and retarded, and he didn't want us to look dumb and retarded. So shout out for allowing the girls to not look dumb and retarded by giving us that info prior to the show. We then went out and we took a picture on the balcony. Fit was not present when we did that. Fresh was, though. He did talk to us for a little bit. They have conversations with the girls. It was very down to earth. Nothing seemed irregular. There was no red flags. Everything seemed very natural. Like they're doing what they usually do. They did choose where the girls sit on the table. So Aaron did that. What he did was he put the girl with the most cleavage, or showing the most, in the center, which made sense. I don't know how he chose the two girls who sat closest to Fresh or Fit, but I just got to put this out there. We only had two virgins for that show, and they both sat next to him. I don't think that was the reason. I think it's because these girls were a little bit more quiet, but I could be wrong. That's just what I say. Those were the girls who got placed there, the ones who looked quiet or who were quiet. And then the rest of us, he put us where he wanted to put us. What else can I say? Fresh and Fit were really nice to us. They allowed us to speak openly. They did not cut us off, did not say we were not supposed to say things like this, did not try to make fun of us. They allowed us to complete our sentences before they debunk anything that they were willing to argue amongst us. They allowed the girls to show their true colors, and then they just reacted to the true colors that were shown on their show. I was the oldest guest there. Everyone else was younger. I did feel like I had that beehive effect going on because I had females who were agreeing with some of the things that I was saying, and I just don't think that's the way that they live their life. I did notice that some girls were inexperienced just because of the things that they were saying. I just don't believe that a girl who has dated enough or experienced enough would even do some of the things that were being said. So I was happy to see some of the young girls there because this could be a platform that they learn how to carry themselves in a better way, form, way, or fashion. And I was really appreciative of that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the girls who were on site. I was kind of surprised because the girls who dressed the most promiscuous on side were actually the youngest ones. There were two girls who came in skirts so short that every time they moved their leg, a butt cheek fell out. And I know I felt so bad for just, being like, oh, yo, I'm seeing this shit. But I mean, I didn't tell you to wear that. You know where you're coming. You're wearing a short top and you're wearing a short skirt. So that's you. I'm not going to judge you. But at the same time, I do notice it. So the fact that I'm talking about this, you can't be mad because you wore that. You chose that. And then on top of that, you were there with friends. Didn't any of your friends think to say, hey, you may want to get a jacket or do... No one said anything, so you're comfortable like this. I'm just going to assume, it just is what it is. When it came to drinking, they did not try to get anybody drunk. They do not try to get people drunk on that show. So they did give us a drinking limit for the first hour, and then we were allowed to drink as much as we wanted to for the rest of the show. I do believe that the reason we see a lot of these girls drunk on the show is because they keep asking for drinks. They're going to pour you the drink because you asked for it. They're hosts, so they're going to give you what you want. But at the same time, they're not over here passing 10 shots before the show and now you fucked up and answering crazy and that's what they wanted. They want people who they can have conversations with and they debunk the things that you are saying. They want men to see how real women speak. And they're not doing anything to try to change how women are doing that. So when I see people say that Fresh and Fit are bringing these girls on and getting them drunk to make a fool of them, I do not agree with that. That is not what is happening. These girls are coming on here, they're getting drunk themselves, and then they're carrying themselves in such a form or fashion that it seems as though like, yo, they're being set up, but no, they just don't know how to carry themselves. It sucks, right? What else can I say? After the show, the guys are really nice. They actually paid for anybody who needed Ubers home. They paid for all the valets. They walked the girls downstairs. They stayed with them until, everyone went home. My guy was there, so they did come down and introduce themselves to... They did come down and introduce themselves to him. He was able to get a picture. That was really nice. They were friendly, down to earth. I didn't see anything that shoot red flags or shoot like, hey, this show is not just what I've been watching. I've been watching them from the get-go. So I don't watch every show, but I watch majority of shows or a lot of pieces of every show, I should say. They're about what they're about, and all they're doing is getting girls to come on so that men can see what girls are saying, and then men can figure out for themselves, like, how do I work around the shit that these girls are saying? Because men want to get girls, and this is how you can learn to do that, right? Now, this show is also really good for females because you can come on here and learn what a man thinks. And by doing that, you can actually catch you a guy if you wanted to. And that was very, very possible. So, me personally, I would say 10 out of 10 when it comes to my personal experience being on Fresh and Fit. I didn't have anything that was a red flag or made me feel uncomfortable at all. I felt very welcome by the entire group, very respected by the entire group, and I was appreciative of them respecting my time as much as I respected their time. It was a personally great experience and I would do it all over again.